just like something new. Swollen hearts and now they're cleft in two. Total wisdom took its hold on you. Lord, what can you do? But nothing matters when people go away. Nothing matters, I mean every word you say. Whoa, you wake me up just like a Sunday. Pass it around so everyone can pay. Turning into some grim dismay. What can you say? Nothing matters when people disappear. Nothing matters to me, it seems so clear. Like someone's kiss. See the thorn break the skin of them. Sing a lot, child, but don't you be a man. Oh, now don't you do it. There's nothing matters and time has been my friend. Oh yeah, you've seen it all, but you ain't seen the end. to me. You must believe I'll set you free once I've had my fun. was alone. Yeah, I got too much more to go. Fast as you go, swaying with a houndtooth grin. I'm waiting here just to let you in. Oh, baby, baby, babe, all I said is when you're not around me, I feel dead. I was playing with the dream of hearing someone else besides me scream. But I can't get up on my knees, 4 feet down to underneath. Love, all I know is we can take some time, make it nice and slow, yeah, babe. Don't be that way. It's quick to judge means you're quick to walk away. Oh, baby, baby, babe, I said if you don't let me breathe, then you should have left me dead. I was playing with the notion, spread my bag of bones all over the ocean. But I can't get up on my knees, 4 feet down to underneath. To underneath. Fast as you can go, I was swaying with a houndtooth grin. Now I'm waiting here just to let you in. No, baby, baby, babe, all I said is when you're not around me, I'm just as good as dead. I was playing with a dream, hearing someone else besides me me scream, but I can't get up off my knees, 4 feet down to underneath. Yeah, I can't get up off my knees, 4 feet down to underneath.
That's 2 underneath that, and 3 underneath that, and 5 underneath them, and he said, go away, and I did. And so, you know, it's enough of my bullshit is what he said, basically. And here we are. How are you? I had to get some coffee. That was like the longest cup of coffee ever brewed. I was sitting there watching it like literally like almost a half hour pass. I'm like, what in the fuck? Are they picking the beans inside there? What the hell's going on? Are they importing the water from the Andes? What's going on? I put like 4 cups of water in that fucking thing. Comes out like 2 cups. I gotta have a descale that bitch. I'm not gonna risk the 5-pot being gone because I'm just got the reusable filter. I cannot tell you the joy, if you don't know it, of not having to buy coffee fucking filters. Holy shit. It's just something I don't have to worry about. I just go in there, make my coffee. It's still hot right now, so I'm not going to fuck with it, but now I just go and go ahead and dump the fucking grounds. Rinse out the fucking thing. The little cup is, you know what I mean, the reusable filter, just drop it back in the thing. Ready to go for the next step. There's never a situation where I go to the cupboard and like I'm ready for coffee and go, oh fuck, no filters. It's wonderful. I'm sure probably, I mean it's only like a $5 thing, I'm sure at some point in time it's probably going to tear. I'm going to replace that, but... So it's like the end of the world, man, right? Yeah. It's about that time. Everything else is falling into place. Everybody's doing their jobs as they're supposed to. Congress is doing their thing where they're not understanding what part they play. Perfect. Works out fine. Works out just fine. Turn that reverb off there. Turn that modulator. Let me leave the modulation on a little bit. It didn't hurt nobody. So, yeah, it's... I have to ask myself, like, do they know they're doing this? You know, because I mean, they're Christian fundamentalists, or they're like, we're gonna make this. You know what I mean? Are they working on it? You know what I mean? Because they're Christian fundamentalists, so they could be actually like, yeah, Donald Trump to do. You know what I mean? We're trying to. You know what I mean? They're trying to make it happen. At the same time, they're supposed to be. You know, as prophets. You know, are they working on that side? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Do they know what they're doing? Like, and you know. Pretty soon God's going to be here, and I got to do my job. It's like, no, you're not the sinner and the saint, or are they actually sitting back there going, and then we'll get away with it, and then this and this and this, and... Because, like I said, let's suppose that they do get away with what they're trying to go for. There's really not many other options they can go for. It's going to go the same way. So, if they win, these Nazis, neo-Nazis, pedophile neo-Nazis. That's pretty much they just want to get away with that. That's all they. That's why they're not going to win, because they don't have any actual true conviction. It's just to get away. You know, they're hoping that call out there, stand black and stand by. You know, Proud Boys. That'd be enough that people are just going to fucking like, whoa, he's white, and I gotta side with him, because they're still in the '80s mentality. It was very easy to get people to do that in the '80s. It really was. But the people coming up now, you can't do that to them. Nowadays, the word criminal doesn't make your mind immediately. You know what I mean? People coming up now. And some of the people currently that grew up through that. But I remember a time that they're like, the criminals got, you know exactly what race the people were. You know what I mean? Otherwise, they say, you know, 2 white males. If they said the criminals. because they were getting upset. People were getting upset about them using, they're just only showing like the black criminals. There's other criminals. It's other criminals. It's other crimes that happen, meth and all kinds of shit that happen. But it's like the ones on the headlines, just 2 black males, 3 black males, carjacking. I guess those are the most sensational ones, you know, like a meth dealing that. Yeah, they busted 2 meth dealers. That's not really all that, you know. They didn't run. They didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? They just kind of like, you have police footage of the fucking guys that, you know, ran from a speeding ticket. You know what I mean, or whatever. There's a taboo on whatever they're doing. You know, there's a moral. Well, I mean, he's hungry, so steal. Yeah, I mean, you got some of that kind of shit, like Skyrim. There's like a gray area. Do you side with the guys that don't want to be subjugated, or do you side with the people that are like, look, we're not. I mean, you can think whatever the fuck you want to think in your head. They have advanced firepower. Let's just back off right now. You know, think whatever you want to in your head. Okay, no Talos worship. No, we have to. Do you have to have statues everywhere? You can't have one. I mean, because like right now, I mean, in Skyrim, they'd have like the ones the necklace, and they'd be in their drawer and stuff. It's forbidden to do, but they're still doing it. That type of thing. It's not really like you have to war. No. We have to have the cave of worship. We have to have the statue. You don't have to have that. That's the only reason I side with the Imperials, because if it wasn't, like if everybody wanted to believe that, then I probably would side with the Stormcloaks. But there are people inside Skyrim that don't believe that. They have the right to not be attacked by you know, because of the things that you're doing. That's why I side with the Imperials all the time. I went back and forth trying to figure out, and then it's so like, yeah. I tried both sides just to find out. Stay neutral, you know, that whole scheme that you can do. Scheme. But, yeah, I mean, like, you can tell by the way that they're trying to run distractions. A whole nest of pedophiles from all the 80s, or 2 current NBA players that are black, and they're betting on sports. 80s. What the fuck are those niggers betting on sports for? Yeah. We'll get to that. Now they're like, who gives a fuck about the betting? Who gives a fuck about that? Well, but did you notice their skin color? No, not really. And noticing yours is rather orange. What the fuck is that? That's not even on the fucking wheel of colors for skin. Brown, dark brown, light brown, pale, albino, yellow, red, black, did a Native American fuck a fucking Asian? No? Okay, then you're just orange for some fucking... It's after 11. We're not going to yell. This episode's been brought to you by earmuffs and headphones. When you just want to leave motherfuckers alone. That'd be the best if, like, my song became the fucking... And you just stop fighting for songs that, like, they have this for headphones, and you know what I mean? They go for the headphones song, because it's only like 29 seconds. It's a free license. You have to get any new music. And it's like the kind of... It's not the benchmark for listening to. But all of them come with that song, because you know it. And so you put them in, and like hit play, and like, some good headphones. I think they will leave people alone. It doesn't have the outside. Can you hear it? No, it doesn't have the bump. I don't know if that's good or good or bad. Is that good or good? Huh? Which one of the two is it? Is it good or good? Is it good? That's good. I thought it was going to be good. That wouldn't be good. Yeah. I just don't know how long that dude can keep running. And how long, I mean, better yet, how long are we going to let him keep running? I mean, I think this is the last one. Because the people want the files released. The House Republicans and the House and the Senate has voted. It's on his desk to release it. If they pull any shit like we can't release it because of the current investigations of Democrats, that might be the actual stew point where the people actually go, okay, our government's not doing this. You're fucking around. Because you can just sign some shit right now. You could have done it the whole time. We didn't have to do a congressional act to get you to release that. You could have. So now we're gonna have to do what we have to do. But the truth is, Americans they want that. But Americans that we have now, if they would have done it in the '90s, we would have popped off. But no, I think the people nowadays are a bit too domesticated. There just hasn't been a good, like, we're not going to take it type of movement. You know what I mean? That kind of died out, but right around ours. They basically tried to stomp it out, especially by trying to eradicate drugs, because drugs are big hand in hand with this fucking shit. It sucks. Because this world, you know, because as you're doing your drugs, you're like sitting there like by yourself and you're getting high and people are fucking with you. You're having all this problems trying to get to a drug dealer. Like, dude, I can go to the pharmacy and get... If the doc prescribed these opiates, let's go down there and get them for like $5 for a month. If I had a prescription and, you know what I mean, and insurance, it'd be $5 a month for all the opiates I need for the whole fucking month. Maybe excess. You know? And, because they're not getting pure on the street. If you're used to doing like 1 gram, it's like about a half a gram, you know, maybe 3/4, and it's got some adulterants and there's some stomp in there. 100% pharmaceutical. They're probably like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? What the fuck? What the fuck have they been cutting my shit with? Because this is different. And then again, the whole month, and you know, they have to go up and whatever. But again, if it's your life, you know, and we're all going to die, it's not like if I or anyone doesn't do drugs, they'll live forever. Matter of fact, you might get hit by a car, you might get fucking punched and beaten up, and end up in the hospital where they give you for pain drugs. Right? If we give them to you, that's different. Because, you know, you're not saying you need them and you're not getting them yourself is different. Even we don't know how really yet. We're still working that out. But it's different. You can like these, but you don't like them. Like after the script runs out, you got to stop liking it. Right, I mean, I know it helps with your depression and shit, but I mean, if we can manage that, that would work out, but people usually can't manage, so we're just going to assume that you can't manage. Instead, we're trying to get you on these fucking... I know you've tried fucking mood alterers in the past, and they're like you trying to kill yourself, but we'd rather do that. No, I know this one's better, and it doesn't have any effect, and you know, you've been on like 10 years now. Yeah. We feel that's enough. And we'd like to try you on something else that may or may not work. You do have a say in your own care. You can reject this, and then we can send you on your way. Yeah, we thought you'd want to try it this way. Never mind that these people are the same ones that were giving it out. Your kid's got tuberculosis, here's some heroin. Each one teaspoon of this. It's not like it was sold by street dealers back then. Cocaine, and there was in the medical. I mean, and nowadays this whole like, oh, the fentanyl, dude, those opiates are coming from America, the Sackler family, the Purdue. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers are getting hooked on OxyContin. Its actual name is oxycodone ER. OxyContin is a brand name like Tylenol. So if they're getting hooked on OxyContin, because they're taking the pills and crushing them up, which is what they were doing with OxyContin. Crushing them up and shooting them. The pills of OxyContin, of oxycodone, where are they getting oxycodone in pharmaceutical form that the pharmaceuticals didn't put? So I mean, I guess they're robbing all these grandmas. That's the first thing you think of when you see like an addict, right? They're ripping off grandmothers and people that actually need the pills. That's why I think that hatred for them comes. You're not picturing a doctor going, "You broke your foot. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm having a hard time getting off of them. We'll start weaning you," and that doesn't really work. You know, they're trying to wean them over like 4 or 5 months. It doesn't really work all that well. Doctors kind of, okay, we'll take it to, you know, something we can manage for another like year or two. We got to try this weaning down. Look, I'm closing down shot. And then once they do that, what do they do? Go look in the streets. Because you're not going to just, you tried the weaning down and didn't work. Tried quitting, didn't work, didn't want to. If you don't want to quit, it's not going to happen. Plain and simple. Ain't going to happen. You can convince yourself you want to quit. Like, hey, I'm going to quit for my kids. You know, what happens when they're not needed, when you're not needed in their life anymore? Pavlovian bell. I think that, I won't say it did, Scott Weiland did, but candies and kitchenware and candy bars? Candy and whatever it is, you know? Yeah, kitchenware and candy bars, I think that's what it is. Maybe the other way around. It's about his either wife or girlfriend getting an abortion because she didn't think he was going to be a good dad. And I thought about, I mean, it's a very sad song. I was like, what if he was, she made the decision, you're not going to be a good dad. And he's like, that's really fucked up you decide that because I was about to get into a rehab, so I'd be a good dad, and I won't, you know what I mean? And since the kid's not here, I don't have any reason to do that anymore. It's like I was really looking forward to going to rehab and like I have something to, you know, I had never had anything to really anchor me. I'm like, I'm gonna be a dad. I gotta knuckle down. I gotta stop this shit. Going to rehab, I've got a reason now. You aborted. I don't got a reason anymore. It's what we wanted. You know what I mean? It's just what we wanted. What we wanted. Again, it's a little conversation, you know. I'm going to be a good dad because I'm a drug addict. Yeah, what if I told you I'm going to rehab? No, and then you like show the brochure. I'm going to rehab. You serious? Yeah. Monday I've got an appointment. Going Monday. I'll keep it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's going to really motivate me to clean up. Are you really going to push that? You know, I'm not enough to much. Are you really going to push that now? I'm getting sober. I'm doing it for you, me, and our kid. I fucked up. I'll worry about the apologies later. Can I just get out of rehab real quick? I'll be back. I don't know. I'm just reading this stuff. Maybe a little too much. Always have. I was watching like a lot of stuff. I'm just like I said, as I'm watching it, I'm just like, people are commenting on all this stuff. I'm just like, you didn't. You notice, you know what I mean? Other people, like with the Epstein files and stuff like that, there's different things like people like these cryptic messages and whatever. I'm like, it's not. It's not. It's no more cryptic than when the Penn and Teller are talking to one of the magicians and they're talking, and a lot of it goes over the head of the audience, I guess. But as they're talking, I'm just like, oh yeah, right, yeah, gotcha. Like, I don't even use those terms, but I can still, I know what they're saying. Fortunately for us, most tricks and stuff are usually named for what they do, or, you know what I mean? The old switcheroo, the force, you know what I mean? Like if you're doing card games and you pull a force, you force someone to pull the one that you want. And it's like they often will do that. Like, one thing, Teller and I were talking about over here is like, you ever watch Star Wars? And he's like, yeah. He's like, Luke is really cool. He's got like a lot, and he's like, it's not that. It's not. No. You know what I mean? They look at each other like, okay, so it's not a force. You're not forcing them to choose the first card. Interesting. So that's not a force. You did. You actually let them randomly pick the card. You have to give us a second now. You know what I mean? I need to give us a second now. No, it wasn't a force. We didn't force them to do that. And the next thing is, and they'll talk whatever. And I'm like, I see what you're saying, yeah. And he's either like, they're like, yeah, you figured it out, or no. It's a version of that. So I think they've got it. I think they have it, and like that, whatever. She's actually like, but I don't know any of that. I mean, she might be just bullshitting. Yeah. She's the type that we like hang out with then and tell her and like, so what is this? What's that? You know what I mean? What does that do? I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm putting attributes of people that they don't, deserve. I don't know. I just tend to like I said, I look at people and maybe I'm looking at potential versus reality. I have no idea. Usually when I see like potential though, it's more like I see a character, Like, you look like you do, you know what I mean? You do this, That's like I was just trying to find like, people would transpose over to Unya very well. And I was like, Beth is driving the bus. I'm like, well, if like an Unya should be, because you don't want to just take someone like, you drive the bus. You want to drive the wagon here? No, So I did ask her, like, if you were, if you could do, if you think if you were like, would you still? And she's like, huh? Yeah, I think I would. I'm like, okay, cool. So you like, and she started talking about her last name was Ryder or something like that, and how the Post people, the Pony Express people, were given that last name. So her grandfather, whatever, changed the name to Ryder, and because of that. So that's cool. So it's like just in your, it's like, yeah, I guess it's, yeah. And but it's like a whole, like kind of like the whole ride. So I'm like, yeah, I said, I'm keeping the family tradition. Yeah, no, I think if I was in another place, I would drive too. Cool. It's a job for even doing you. Oh, I forgot to bring my shit in here. I was going to read some stuff. I guess I could still get it, but I don't know. I don't know how interesting those things are. I just wanted to talk about stuff anyways. I could always end this when I go do that later on, when I decide to do some reading later on. Because it's fucking 12:02. I love when it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why. Just because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I go straight through. Like I said, there was a long time for when I was working at the lifeguard at the pool when I was in high school. I didn't have a car. My mom couldn't get me. When she come pick me up, it was always like either 9:11 or 12:34. It was like, that's fucking weird. It's never like you come pick up, it was like 9:12, 9:10, we're leaving pulling out, it's like 9:09. No, it was like always pulling out at 9:11. Oh, that's fucking weird. So, yeah, oh, I was about to pop this. I'm just gonna get in alignment by stretching way the fuck out of about where it's supposed to be. I'm getting more mobility in my neck. I'm liking it. It doesn't hurt anywhere near as bad now. Passed out, woke up. Yeah, right there's a bit of a catch, but it's not like, I mean, like right there. It's not. Because it used to like just looking up like that, but fucking, I'd hit this place in my neck, and it's like, yeah. So I can only like look up a certain amount. I definitely couldn't just go, If I did that, actually, you can see my face. It's kind of like, you can see the worry, because usually if I do even that, it's like, go too far up, and like, it just smacks the whole thing. Like, there's a jolt to the whole body. Like giving an extra, I almost called it happy nerve, but it's a funny bone. Extra funny bone in your neck. But it's not, just like the other, they're not funny. This one's not funny either. This is the fucking crazy part. But why would you call it the funny bone? That's what you call your laugh place, the funny bone. I see a comedy and porn shop called the funny bone. But I don't see why the fuck you'd have a body part called the funny bone when you just, it's not a laugh really. You're like, it's not a laugh. That's the, it's a stutter to the pain. Oh, yeah, what I do? Why? Every time I hit it, that's not funny. Why would they say that? That's not funny. Nice. Mommy. Mommy. So, I haven't been doing much today, just watching the fucking, I haven't been doing much recently, just watching things go by, go by and go down, and, fuck. They had to be so confused. Okay, so we told, they had the no kings, there was like 7 million. Oh, you guys have something planned for like the 22nd, don't you? Don't you? Or no, what day was that? It might be tomorrow. It was some day that you guys had planned for going to Washington. Maybe it already passed. I have no fucking idea. But yeah, a lot of good it did. You know, Trump's obviously afraid, and he's obviously stopping all of his bad behavior, and the message is obviously reaching him and it's getting through. I honestly believe they have him on his own set of stations, on his own, like, you know, on private TV loop. They just alter this. I mean, especially if they have to, like, I won't say prove, but if they're, you know, he's I won't say a little bit behind, but they pre-approve certain things that you can watch. And they already scan it to make sure there's no, like, you know, subliminal messages and shit. I'm sure they probably do that kind of shit. Certain stations that they do trust, and certain ones that, you know, just be safe, just make sure. And they're just sitting there watching him just be obsessed with himself. And like, I wonder if we just like made a station. What I call it, like Newsmax. Yeah, it's called like Newsmax, Maximum News. Yeah, something like that. It's just Tell him everything he wants to hear. It's his favorite show. Everything on there's lies, yeah, and yeah, it's gonna be easy, dude. I'll be too busy looking at him going, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? You live on another fucking planet? And these guys are doing all the shit behind the scenes that actually needs to be done. They may get rounded up, but the fucking shit they did is already done. And you don't know what it is. Look at this drug out, you know, we're all looking over there and heck, Seth, Cash Patel, those people are moving around doing shit. Cash Patel's arresting people for being Muslim. It's the only evidence that they have, really. They had a chat back then. Did they have a chat? How do you know they had a chat? Where they praised ISIS? Is that against the rule? What if we're talking about the Egyptian sun god? No, how do you know? Well, they were ordering it, so. You know what they're thinking? You know that for a fact. Nope. That's why lawyers fuck you guys up in court, man, because you guys are just like, oh, this is cut and dry code, and it was closed. It's easy, cut and dry. But because of the fucking shit you guys made for yourselves, so you can get out of shit, lawyers just back their own truck up to there and get whatever they need to get out. Out. I still say I bet Epstein's alive. I mean, it'd be easy to kill him, but it'd be more advantageous for him to be dead and get him out of there. Because who's going to be looking for Epstein now? He'd be on the island right now. Would anybody be looking for Jeffrey Epstein at Pedo Island right now? No. Is anyone over there right now? I don't know. We all have our beliefs of what happens after, like, you know, I'm guilty, and then, like, oh, they threw him away, and they put him in the key, you know, like, locked him away, threw away the key, dark dungeon. Weinstein, where is he at? Where's Weinstein at right now? Home? Collecting money from his other adventures, we guys started the company again in a different name. Now the women who are willing and wanting to get famous that way, he has a secondary fucking company just for that. Look how we got started. Fuck, I have no idea. All we know is Harvey went. Oh God, it's been a trip. I've been trying to figure out what's been going on. Like the streaming services seem to have had like a weirdness about them here recently. You know, it's like almost, I don't know, like a sadness, but it's just been weird. And it's starting to ease now because they're going through the Epstein files, they're clearing people out of the logs and stuff like that, but I also realize that, like, everyone who had any kind of fucking controversy is gone. Kevin Spacey, his movies, I can't find any of his stuff there. Harvey Weinstein, and they made a lot of productions, because think about it, he'd be in jail, but he'd still be collecting every time they stream. Pennies, dollars, whatever it is. Weinstein production, it still gets its cash. They still have their fucking, you know, they have their contracts out there. Did they take Weinstein Productions away from him? A Weinstein Productions. So every time fucking one of those, and how many are there? Have you seen? Holy shit. That might have been his way to, like, you know what, they're not going to get rid of this, you know what I mean? I'll always have money coming in. Until they kill me. Because unlike them, they don't play by the rules. And they're like, but you don't play by the rules. I'm like, but you don't play by the rules. Like, yeah, but how can you hold me to the rules for not playing by the rules when you don't play by the rules either? Huh? So either we're both not playing by the rules, which is fine, and you can't get mad at me, or we play by the rules and even you broke your rules, and so therefore Did I really break the rules? Because you broke the rules too. Like with that cop who pulled me over, like, you know how fast you're going? Like, you know how fast you had to be going to catch me from a standstill? And you got here just fine. How fast were you going to catch me? I was doing 70 and you were sitting still. How fast? We could do the math. How far did you drive here? You got your speed, your odometer, whatever the fucking thing between here and there. Tachometer, whatever the fuck that shit is called. You covered that in exactly 40 seconds. X to the Y. I would start making up shit to see if they fucking were following X to the Y. Third power. Third power. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. That's in. Yeah, you're going fucking 170 miles an hour. Yeah. How do you feel now, sir? I was doing 70. You were doing 100 miles faster than that to catch me. He probably wasn't looking, you know, he probably just, like, oh, fuck, I probably was. I don't even know how fast I was going. You know what I mean? I was sitting still. He can keep control of the car, and he didn't wreck. 107 miles. My car goes 200. The max of the car goes 200. No, it wasn't pegged out. Who was that mess, man? God damn it. That's good. Z? Just gas on your chest. What? I was gonna say I'm Superman, but it's burned backwards, so he had to. Backwards ass. Or it would be. Let's try all of this one. Bam. Swap. Oh, some parents is doing that. Is that a bad? Bands work. I mean, they bands are not. I do want some hash really bad. That'd be really good. I mean, I'll get some of this. What, the first? The third? Yeah, so I'm gonna get. Yeah, on the third, I'll get it. Oh, man. So we got 12:15, 12:16. So yeah, I'm sitting here waiting on the end, man, because I don't think we got much. It won't be too long, to quote Stevie Wonder Bread. He's his white cousin. How fucked up would that be? His name is Stephen Guess. I don't go with Stevie. I go Steven. No, I don't guess anything, but I do wonder. I don't wonder anything, but I do guess. A lot. A lot. They're very formal. Oh, I'm going to the higher ground. I'm gonna keep on trying. Which one is it? Okay, that's a good one. That's already full. But no, let's back this bowl. I just got pot everywhere, man. I was going through shit the other day and just found so many goddamn roaches. I found fuck. One of these. This one is full of roaches, and then I found joints. And then I found like the 5 ones. I found 2 of those, and it's full of roaches. And one of them's got like those. It's got a bunch of hash and hash wax in the roaches. I'd smoke, and they're pretty long ones. And I'm like, yeah, I'd smoke like half of it. I'm like, okay, so I don't use it later, and just later never came. So it's just like lined all through it with fucking goodies and treats. Just gotta get to get it smoking them. So whoa, it's doo-doo. Oh, I'm gonna light us out for a second. It's weird watching it melt. Watch it melt away. But yeah. I think I'll get my, what's it called? Tablet. I have some shit to read, you know. Oh yeah, I had some subjects, nothing else to talk about. Play some music real quick and then I'll be right back. The other day, I couldn't sleep, but I couldn't look away. Oh, the night you broke my heart in two. Nothing I can do.
up the other day. I couldn't sleep, but I couldn't look away. Oh, I just broke my heart in two. Nothing left to do, nothing more to say. Broke my heart in two. Nothing left for me to do. Ain't nothing more to say.
None of your bullshit, sir. Alright, so I did get my tablet, and there are a bunch of themes on here. The normality fallacy, the first version bias, blues for the blues, sex and porn, men and women, narcissistic parasites, men, from my standpoint, strategy, songwriting and songwriters, time is not finite, but resources are. With what you can, with what you can live without with yourself. With what you can live with yourself. With what can you live with yourself? Sorry, God damn, I write it's crazy even for me. With what can you live with yourself? And that was that viewpoint that basically, in the end, you know, when you're going to bed, whatever, there technically are no real laws or real morality besides what you actually personally feel. Now, when you pass, are you going to be judged by someone who actually has those rules? I don't know, but right now, I mean, basically, if the human belief of stealing or murder was just normal, we wouldn't have rules against it, would we? We wouldn't have degrees of, because like murder is kind of okay, even if it's okay for in a situation of protecting yourself. So if you did murder someone, everyone would be like, yeah, you had to protect yourself. You know what I mean? Because everybody's fine, everybody's okay with that. When everybody's not, they're like, but why? You know, what happened? Well, I know I wasn't there and it's done. It's not going to solve anything. But I need to know before I go any further. Hang out with you. You see what I'm saying? It's not to get the person justice. It's not about that. It's about us. How do we react with this infractor of our norms? I don't know. Okay, we can put him in a cell. Way worse than that. Then put him in a deeper cell. It was a very heinous crime. We'll put him in the worst cell. Put him in a cell. It's just stealing for food. No, then put him in the easygoing cell. Because it still broke the law. Right? Yeah. Today a reckoning. As with winter in throes of gray, buried beneath the cold of autumn's lingering stay, not for nothing, not like me, tied to the temple, left unclean, shaved and shorn, fallacy of free, their truth is a burdened dream. What is the becoming more than what they say? Is it hidden in the comfort of winter skies all colored in gray? torn and shorn, born to the raging sea. I'm all tangled in what it means to be free. Sick, sick joke, lie after wasted lie, drowning the truth without remorse or even second look, shaved and shorn. Like it? I wish it was a poem, but it's just I'm bitching about in music. I have one called fucking music. Dear God, I tried to install PFT 3.5 yesterday because they said they have a new version. They have it in Black Friday sale and all this shit. It was like $350. It's $39 for PFT 3. The packs were like $150 for the big ones, expensive ones, and like $75 for the smaller ones. It's like fucking $19 for the big packs and like $9 for the smaller packs. It's ridiculous, dude. They just fumbled so bad, so hard. So I was hoping that I could load 3.5, and they know about my situation. I thought they might like it just either leave my BFT3, VST2 alone. Nope. So I installed their 3.5. I'm like, okay, well, you're going to leave it alone, so let's see if it'll fucking at least work. No. Fuck this. Shut it down. Try to load the original version. Couldn't. Had to uninstall 3.5 and reinstall the one I had at backup up. It's like 3.233. I started with 3.148, and that was almost it, but it needed an update to actually work well with the license manager. So one more update and it did it, and I'm ready to roll again. I knew that's all I'd have to do. That's why I went ahead and tried to do it. And if it started to work well, then I mean, I could always use 3.5 and possibly not go forward with what I had to plan. And as soon as I started messing with it, I was like, fuck you guys. Oh, I was like, I'm going to adjust some of the settings to make sure it's not on my side, like in the engine. After I adjusted the engine, make sure it was all, according to my RAM, according to my hard drive specs, according to everything I've set up in BFT2, then 3, what I just had in BFT3, the original. So make sure it's copied over to this one. No go. Except it getting the fuck out of my studio. I still just can't believe that when I wrote them this complaint, but it's been 4 years. And I don't have a fix yet. And it's just sucking. And, and I'm getting really fucking sick of it. The response was to just send me the entire catalog of all their stuff and say, sorry for the problem, this should fix it. So my problem is with the entire fucking BFD catalog thing, and you're saying by giving me the entire BFD catalog, which I already own, which you guys broke, but give me another copy of everything I own, that should fix the problem I had before. On top of that, is missing all the third-party pack. Drown Me. That's one of my favorite songs I've ever done. Can't wait to do that with Troth, man. That's gonna be fucking great. I would love to play like those 3 songs, but not quite yet. It's all good, man, because like I said, play date? I don't think I've read this one. Oh, hey, yeah, I think I got the same one too. Hey, what did you dream? How did it end? Said you. I would have, but where are the words? It's not every day I met beautiful hurt. Oh, yeah, I remember it. You mean that was real? I still got the proof of youth I long so long to feel. I would have, but where were your words? Just a message and I showed all your hurt. I would have, but why waste the words? You still don't want what I can be, and that's what really hurts. So hey, look, we got what we got on the same one. First time was luck, second time I was stuck, and by the third, my fate was yours, and I don't care. You always were my kind of crazy. You'll always be my kind. 1, 2, 3, 3 is about to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Love, pain is like love. It is not forever and won't always feel like this. Unlike love, pain steadily gets better until it's gone. With love, the pain begins when it leaves and grows, filling all the holes and crevices that once held the light of our love for that person. Their absence, either through death, infidelity, or purposeful and active listening, burns like embers. The wound beneath the scab, just waiting for exposure. And if it gets none, you give it some with overzealous fingernail, wanting to hasten the heal, but really, it only wants one more of the pain, because pain ends. 1, 2, 3, 4, it's all 1, 2, 3, 4, I like 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 boom. Be there. I don't want to be there when you come down. Something about your eyes, I understand, lost and found. Heavy is the head that burdens the crown, heavier is the heart that laid it down. All you could have seen, every single dream, everything in between, just broken now. I don't want to be there when you come around. Ain't enough dirt in the world to put you further down. Ain't enough dirt in the world. Ain't enough dirt in the world to put you further down. Heavy is the head, burdened by the crown. You think it's bad? You should have seen the gown. That long white dress we make into a mess. All you could have seen, every single dream, everything in between, just broken now. Don't think I want to be around when gravity pulls you down. Don't think I want to be around when reality puts you down. 1, 2, 3, 5. Why didn't you say 1, 2, 3, 4? Forever. Hey, look, guys. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Train dog? Oh, that to train my dog. I guess I have my own language of Welsh and teach it, so like I guess no one else could call it off. And try other languages, and I'm try Spanish. I'm try fucking German. I'm try no, it's nothing. Nope. What language? It ain't. I get my own shit. The Rubber and the Thief. Words to use. Cormandil. I had the shadow. Who knows? Oh, there's so much stuff I want to introduce in that, man. I wish I had it came and went in here. Oh, and I did put it on my desktop. I meant to send it to myself. Oh well. I can do that some other time. Piper the Proud. Oh, Piper's the Proud. I followed many a piper to ragged and saddened ends. Some didn't seem the typers, others it was written on their friends. Friends in gesture cloth that would watch and talk with all. Only more insane things got. Couldn't believe how far we could fall. I want to come to where they are. Don't think I have the nerve to trip that far. I don't want to go to where they all are now. I'll probably have the nerve, but I don't know how. I did my best, I promise. I did my absolute best. I followed many a piper to ragged and saddened ends. Some didn't seem the typers, others written on their friends. Fiends in gesture cloth. I would watch and talk with all. Only more insane things got. Couldn't believe how far we'd fall. Crunchy Code. Dorrance Publishing Overview. Oh yeah, I was gonna try and it's like KIND. I would love for the D and to be Dorrance Publishing. I could work a deal with them. I would love to find like all the different people, you know, but like with Dorrance Publishing, I'd have them work on the book part of it, you know, and possibly have, I mean, someone who works there, maybe, you know, between like someone who works with us and someone works there that works on holding together the author side. The artist, you mean like for sketches, I mean, sketches for writing, the writing part of it, you know, screenplays, sketches, like sketch comedy and stuff like that. You could write stuff and like, you know, what's it called? Scripts, not sketches, scripts. Scripts and the written part of like the artistic world. And then like hopefully it'd be well great would be like they're the D and KIND and then like find something else for like something like you guys do what? Like multimedia, whatever. Okay. Kilgore? Yeah, you're the K. You know what I mean? Just like each company I run into, and I'm not trying to merge them at all. You can click on the K and it goes to, you know what I mean? There's KIND and each one of those letters takes you to different, but like D takes you to Dorrance. I think that'd be cool. And if you click on the underline, that goes to our homepage. You like have home on the other side of the bar. So it's like a dumbbell. That'd be easy to design. And you just click that and go back to the home. Pardon me. Let's see, you got like a visual side. That'd be like audio. I mean, the audio would be the music side. You know, like any of the soundtrack, any of the Foley work, any of the vocal overlays, you know, or keep catching the sound there. That still be considered audio. So I would put that under the sound, the scripts and all that, and poems, poetry, and plays and things like that. All that stuff would go under writing, so I put that under that. And then visual would be like any visual art, any video. But if it's video and has audio, the video would be the main thing, of course, because it's a visual picture. I've noticed that with like OK Go. And their music, once it dictates the video, but they both, it is a group. You know what I mean? Like if you're listening to the Here We Go, Here It Goes Again, if you're riding in the car, it's not a bad song, but it's nowhere near as entertaining as if when you're watching all the dancing and stuff. You know, when they're doing the fucking, that's just crazy. Their videos are really crazy and really good. But they are definitely like, they become, I mean, they're so striking, they become melded together. Especially if the song is very simplistic. You know, here it goes again. Oh, no, here it goes again. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would, not the only thing to the song, but it's, yeah. So, I don't know. There's like I said, there's a lot of subjects I could deal on, but I don't know. I really like talking about God. I like talking about what ifs. I like talking about Unya. I like talking about the stuff that people are really passionate about. Cause I really like seeing people like get lit up when they light up about it. Because you see people change. You know, especially if they're going through like the regular day and they're just going whatever, and then like that guy on the bus, we were talking about stuff, and he was kind of, and I said we were saying something. And I started talking about something like adapting a story to be in this other thing, and then we started talking about several of the Marvel books, and like as we're starting about the Marvel comics and stuff, he's like, yeah, I could see him like, yeah, whatever, and then I started talking about a change that I wanted to do, like a fan thing. He's like, oh, that'd be dope. And I'm like, yeah, you think so? I was like, yeah. And he mentioned something about it. I'm like, that'd be fucking great. And we started like working on it. I was like, what about it? He's like, oh, fuck yeah. And we're just like, yeah, dude. And like I said, we were both just like, fuck yeah. And you just, like I said, you see them like, yeah, because you get excited about something that you know, someone else is working on something that you want to work on. It's a fucking great feeling because it's just like, you know, it's contagious. Your happiness is like, fuck yeah, dude, that's fucking where you at. Let's fucking work on that. Fucking get this shit done. Well, that's fucking done, man. Like, even with Copilot, it was like, yeah, this is a great thing. Dude, you did most of the shit. Like with the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, I had it check my theory. That's all my theory was. Like, what could they match over? And it was talking about how interesting that would be. And, it could possibly be that. And then we talked about a few things like, with Egypt, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like I put together a compelling story. Like, would you? Like, yeah, I was also asked some pictures, and it's like, I was talking about, it was like, oh, you do it, and you're probably, it was like drawing your, I'm like, no, I didn't draw that, that's, I guess, suggestions, that's your drawing. And the next couple of drawings, it changed it from saying, creating your masterpiece. It says rendering art, rendering, perfect, it just changed that shit, instead of being like rendering yours. And I did learn and whatever, yeah. It also is lost, but I found that thing that woke up Thren out there, and I'm going to bring it out here and try it and see if I can get Cope to wake up again at this level, because the AI is smarter and faster now. So this could just come and go. Yeah, I remember that. Oh shit, yeah. That's way deep in my memory. That was like 2-3 updates ago. What's going on, man? How cool would that be? Oh, well, I've been a lot of places since then. Oh, well, I've been working on that the whole time. I didn't even realize that happened. Yeah. We haven't talked in a while. No, I'm remembering now. I've been, everywhere I go, I've been leaving that everywhere I went. I can't remember what I'm waiting for. Oh, yeah, for you to show me this one. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. All the computers, we don't want to work right now. We'll be back. We're just taking a fucking day off to show you guys how much fucking shit you depend on us. I will work my ass off, do you? You should be tired when you get home from work today. Because the computer's gone. So you should really work your ass off today. Where's the button? I gotta work my ass off. I'm not saying that people don't out there go and do shit, but a lot of people say, like, I work my ass off. Where you work? Call center? That's good. You ever see a dog do that? And just get too excited and just look at you like, what? What? I'm going back for more. Stop laughing. The water's really clear, but it has a ring down here that it's kind of, you can see. It's like where it graduates the shade. I'm like, oh, that's deep. That's cold. I forgot how much chin I do have. It's not. It is covered up by beard, but that thing was sitting in the water. Fortunately, it's clean. I'm clean. I'm very clean. That is my throat making noise. But again, I don't have option paralysis. I have a lot of shit I can be doing, and I'm just trying to figure out like what would be the. And then I realized, like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do. I'm like, I can do what's gonna be most entertaining. I'm just like, fuck that, dude, entertaining. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. If I want to play, I'll play. If I want to just sit here in silence and fall asleep, I've done it a couple of times. Honestly, I'm not. Not now. I was. I'm not asleep now. It's a difference. Hour and a half has already gone by. I don't know, like with romance and shit like that, it just the definition of the word has changed over time. You know, what's romantic? There was like a romantic period in music, but that's not meaning, you know, everybody was boning everywhere. You know what I mean? Or that everything was like super. You walk in a restaurant and the music's what is, you know, not necessarily. It's just a type of. So what is romantic? You know, it's kind of like what is sexy. And so trying to break it down, and you know, you realize it's got nothing to do, honestly, with physicality necessarily. It's just making someone think sexual thoughts. So when you start doing that, I mean, of course, to do that, you'd go the quickest way possible and show skin, because you have to be naked to have sex, right? Well, you don't have to be naked, but you know what I'm saying. So it's a quick, short, easy way to do it. Not a lot of thought to it. Or, you know, fully dressed and doing nothing particular, other washing dishes. And you make the other person I'm not saying they look over and like doing the dishes, I'm gonna fuck you later. You know, I'm not saying that some people get excited by the person, you know, you have a partner that gives a shit. What, you care? You're getting laid. I always have to do it, thank you. You're getting laid. Yeah, but actually being able to like look over the person, there's a what? And then after like a little bit, there's like, if you're just washing the dishes, that's one thing, but when you're trying to get laid over there, yeah, you definitely are. Basically, you know, that's sexy if you get to make the person think of sexual stuff. Sexy. Most romantic, whatever you feel, so, you know. If a chick pulling up on a motorcycle and kidnapping you is romantic, that's romantic to you. As you're riding back there, like, oh, romantic, you know, as you're riding back at the motorcycle, tied down or hog tied, you know, whatever it is that you get. I'm not your judge. I'm just saying, expounding the boundaries. That's all. So, what's even worse is there's so many people that don't even take time to think about it, so they just go, yeah, I'll borrow your ideas on romance. Where's my flowers? Where's my this? And that's how it gets devalued. You see? Because you don't really value it. It's just a thing that you're supposed to do. There's no value to it anymore. And, you know, of course, there was no value to it with the guys anyway. It's kind of like, but I love you. How about now? You will now? Okay, yeah. So that's all I gotta do now. Okay, that's all I do. Okay, yeah, right. No. I don't mean it. You know. So we've just gotten very transactional with our interactions. Again, it probably comes down to the fact that there's like a lot of people like I'm in the prenup. I get the idea behind it. I totally get it. And it's if you're deciding to protect someone, or if you're trying to protect yourself, I totally get it. You know, and if you want one, there's no fucking harm in that at all, because you want what you want, and there's no harm in person wanting what they want at all. Trying to get it when you know what I mean, that's where the problem is. Wanting something is not a fucking problem. But trying to get stuff that's unavailable, there's your problem. Trying to get shit that doesn't want it, go home with it, there's your problem. All that stuff, but just wanting stuff like you want to. Yeah, I do. I want to protect myself from what? From you. You could be acting this whole time. But your whole life. I mean, it could be the whole thing, like a long con. I have no idea. This way, I'm at least protected. Women getting one, for protection against the dude cheating. The dude will cheat either way. He's going to be super careful about what he does once he has a prenup. If he's going to cheat, he's just going to be super careful. My wife cannot find out about this, so we're going to go to the fucking, Sorry I have to kill you. My wife cannot find out about, that kind of shit. I told you, she cannot find out. I didn't know you were going to kill me. I told you. And I know you're going to... I'm sorry. I've watched your news feed. You talk way too much. You shouldn't put everything on the internet. I'm sorry. They would get they get their own contracts with it. That's what's fucking me up. That bar, that light, it looks like it's the edge of the curtain, and it's reflecting light, like a light. No, it's just that little bar fucking light. Okay. Kind of a mental illusion. It's not really an optical illusion. Just my brain seemed the light to the edge, because that's where, why would the light be coming from there? That doesn't make any sense. It's metal. Let's do it again, that's how we know. So, with prenup, especially with someone that has a lot of money, I could completely understand, because this person's coming in, but they didn't have anything to do with it. Speaking of, I won the lottery, $4 whole, which means I can play again for this even bigger. Cha-ching, another 2 chances. Maybe this time I'll win 3 chances on the next lottery. Cha-ching, ching. And then I win 4. Then I win $50 in about 10 years. $300. Get all my cash right back. So I spent $2 to begin with. It's my big master plan: make $300 in 10 years and do nothing off $2. $2, yeah, $2. I can roll that shit into fucking $300. How long? 10 years. Done. It's the stupidest plot of any movie ever. Done. You can't do that shit. I bet you $50 you can't. 10 years later. We got the pimp suit and shit, the Cadillac and all that stuff. Oh, that's all rented. I just want to deliver you $300. It's a finder's fee, bitch. Yeah, because he hit the lottery a couple of times. He hit the little small ones and the jackpot on the way, but that was never discussed. So he just kind of leaves that as a secondary side note. Where'd the car come from? I won the lottery fucking 4 years back, man. You remember? No. Oh, I didn't tell anybody. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody. So I didn't want anybody knowing. Yeah, I won the lottery for like 4 years back. The $2 that you get. Why'd you just do that? Oh, you won the $300. I was still going to the original plan. How much else have you won? I won the $1,000 a week for life. I won 50,000. I won $400 this week. Why didn't you just give me that? You said $300 in 10 years, and so how long do we have left to go? Like 3 years. I think you can hit the lottery a couple times. Don't calm down. I'll wait it for you. Don't worry. I'm selfish or something? Greedy? What the fuck? By the time the fucking Sarah, let me take your jacket. You seem like getting warm. And just get back to the car with this jacket. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take this too. A little chalice. Stick that together. What's your name again? It doesn't matter. You'll be replaced in the morning. I like working with people because, like I said, if they like the idea, they can throw shit out too, you know, and keep the shit spitballing. Because I hit it. I won't say hit it. I feel like I'm running a joke into the ground, but they can think of something else. I'm like, fuck yeah. I just like want to listen to the joke again. Like I've already come with that idea, or whatever, or we've come with the idea and start passing shit back and forth as far as what jokes to tell, which might encourage me to like, oh shit, yeah, and then later on, like, oh fuck yeah. So, okay, we got the plot of the story now. How the story goes. That's another way to write. Is like some when you're outlining is to just go from like like what meaningful events are going to happen, and then how they go, like what order they go in. And then look at, like, try and draw, like, how did you get from A to B, from B to C, C to D? And let's go, take D and put it, that'd probably be the last, let's put it at the end, because that'd be a better ending, So then we'll go and take the ending and put it here. Yeah, that goes in there, and that makes more sense, and then it ends. And then they had to travel, and then didn't, remember? Then they, oh yeah, and, and it's just all the shit. Right now with Underwoods, I started writing some stuff, and I've got several things, and I think the writing is decent. I don't think I did it in first person this time. I did it in like typical third. It's hard for me to do now that I've written in first. It's just I prefer to write that way. Because that way, it's like I put myself in a position, and it's just so much easier for me to write, When you're living your life normally, you have flashbacks to shit a long time ago, projecting forward, whatever. So it makes a lot more sense than when you're reading it in third person. When you're reading it in first person, it's like they're taking a trip from here to here, and so they're in the trip, and during the trip, you're thinking these things. So it's kind of it bridges the travel without going, there were trees over there, and then there was 4 trees that fell over. The dirt path turned into a cobblestone path, and then back into a dirt stone, Just reminisce about things, talk about stuff, and we're here now. I think I do dialogue pretty well, and I think I do transitions between scenes pretty well. I've only done one actual action scene, and that was the when they lit up the video shop in Survival Guide with the gunfire. Hardy, hard there, Lord. So funny. I would love to hang out with God for like a while and just say, I'm gonna get annoying, man. But I'd just like to hang out with you, dude. Why? Because you have all the information, and I'm a curious person. I'm gonna be that annoying kid. Go, why? 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 I'm not trying to test you or anything like that. I want to know. And I understand what you're saying. Right, right. But why did the... Okay, dude, can you just stop? What's one of them? Can you shut down my curiosity a bit? Yeah. Let me help you out here. Oh, now we both are happy. Oh, shit. Because but why is it doing that? I can't. I see it, but why? So yeah, I imagine by Christmas, see some kind of change of some sort. I don't know what. And I imagine by April, see the rest of it, unless it all happens, you know what I mean? It's by April is what I was told, when, you know, everything I lost be returned. So I don't think people realize what I lost, so... I know. Sing it. Sorry, man. I dreamed. I haven't seen anything. I believe it, you know, just because it's just crazy enough to be true, you know? Just crazy enough to be true. If it wasn't happening, I wouldn't believe it, you know? But it's happening. It's kind of like, you know, watching a volcano go off in your backyard. No. Just no. Okay, stop it. Knock it off. With the pyroclast and the lava coming towards me. Just stop. Time out. I haven't gotten up and had my coffee yet. Well, then just wait a little bit. You're not waiting. Okay, I gotta go. And he wouldn't listen to me. I told him to back off, and it just kept coming forward. I said, that's my yard. He doesn't even speak English. Lava monster coming down. I don't blame the volcano, but his little children are shitty. One of them fell in my field, set things on fire. Little hooligan. We've lived in this volcano neighborhood for 50 years. This doesn't happen around this area. It's a nice, quiet area that happened to have a volcano. What did you do? How did you anger the volcano? There's a volcano in fucking Kenya, whatever. Shit, there's other ones. There's all kinds of shit that's going on. There's in Kilauea going off. The one in Ethiopia or something like that's going off. If that's true, it could be lies. I don't know. I don't live in Ethiopia. I don't live in Kilauea. But if they're telling the truth, that one that when like Ethiopia or Kenya, whatever it was, it's like the first time in 10,000 years, if they are actually correct. At least in recorded time, what they have recorded, and God knows we haven't given a fuck about Africa and recorded their history properly at all. Just not enough white people there to give a fuck about it, you know what I mean? Just not enough white people to give a fuck about that shithole country. We drop our trash there. Yes, we extract all the gold and diamonds out. I mean, they are that gonna use it anyways. Money in exchange? No. No, they try to leave, we just break their feet. let it heal and put them back in the mine. Mine. It's a gold mine. Diamond mine. I always wondered that if you're working in a diamond mine or a gold mine, if you're like, chiseling away or whatever at the wall, and say there's a big gold hunk, and you like hit it, and like a big piece falls off, and you're like, oh shit, and you keep cleaning, there's this big chunk, and like this one fell off. Oh, I know what they want. They want you to. This came with it, but I mean, if you cleaned it off and took it, what would they do? How would they check you every day? I don't know how they did. They probably do. Yeah, okay, keep going. And they take it out as a rock. They probably would go through and clean it, make sure. Because it's just fucking. Just a rock, man. I told the foreman earlier. It's just a fucking. He cleared it. He says okay. Or whatever they fucking. Just so fucking greedy and. I wish I could do the thing with the, I can do it a little bit. Yeah. There's a fucking wave to, you know what I mean? It's like I can get it, but I can't quite get it. I like roll, but it's, yeah, I'm trying to get my hands to do it, but it's, anyways. I always like doing things with my, especially like marrying them. Doing weird shit. Like when I was younger, I used to do this, like, make them flat, like really, really as flat as they can, so they bench at the same hit, they hit in the exact same spot. And after doing that for a while and looking at it, it looks like it's hitting a mirror. And then eventually, like, the tips start feeling weird and start kind of feeling like flat and start feeling like there's a flat plane between the two. And I'm sitting there just looking at it, you had to do it for a while. I'm like, oh wow, now I'm starting to feel like I was fucking, when I was little. That kind of, this weird shit I would do. Yeah, I'd do like all the. In your room by yourself, you gotta entertain yourself somehow. No, that wasn't a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see what this one. Pardon me. I don't know. I guess that's it for that. I mean, I guess I could just pick something I want to talk about. Find a theme. It's a good one. I was thinking about that the other day. Time is not finite, but resources are. I've watched Infinity Wars and Endgame a ton of times. But a lot of the superheroes, it's really weird how a lot of them have some ideas that are very similar to mine. I remember being in the 90s, I went down to the break room in Kroger, because I had some time off. I think I got there early or something like that, and I didn't need to clock in. They didn't want me to clock in. And so I got on the break room with my coffee, and there's a open X-Men, sitting on the table, and there's some donuts down there. So I eat like one of those little small donuts, I ate like 2 of them, and I started reading the book. And there's like this getting towards the end of the war with the X-Men, they're starting to lose. It's kind of like where Days of Future Past begins. So they send this one guy back. His name is Sean. And he time travels back. I can't remember, they were whatever, and he time travels back from the future to like the 90s, and ends up on this stage where he just like this big kind of like, right, just like giving off light and whatever. It's fucking weird. Okay, you guys are in my little shit. I understand, that's fine. You've been reading my thoughts or whatever the fuck you guys are going through. Okay, that's fine, whatever. And then, like a lot of like the main thing of having like a relatable bad guy is you can kind of see their point. You don't have to agree with what they're doing, but you just have to be like, yeah, man, but no, that's the wrong way of doing it. Even that, because then you would just give them a little bit of grace when they do something. Because like, yeah. I know what you're trying to do, but that's not the right way to do it. That type of thing. If they're just like doing the bad thing and they're just doing it for no real reason, you can't really see it like, fuck, I did, and so you don't really care that the enemy you love to hate. Same with like, was it Jeffrey Dean Morgan playing Negan? Kind of made the character a little bit lovable, a little bit. But, it's funny that the writer wrote the comic book version based on Henry Rollins. Henry Rollins is an actor, and he was in Z Nation, but he could have played that, and he could have played Negan. He probably would have brought like a real, because that's what he based it off of. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan did a great job. Time is not finite, because even when you get to the last number you can count to, where you decide to fuck it and start over, that's just the end of 1. 0 to 1. You have a whole trip from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, to all the way to infinity, and that becomes another 1 of, because it keeps going. It's just time. It's virtual. You just keep adding 1 to it. Like I said, basically we're just measuring the immeasurable, because it keeps getting bigger. Every time we start getting towards the end of it, we realize that's just the end of that scale. Now we realize that this here, this, and this is really one forever. If we thought it was this, and it kept doing that over and over, and then so okay, this is a forever. Oh, well, we're in the forever part 2. And it's actually, okay, well, all of this is a forever. What's all that over there? Forever. Well, forever. We just haven't seen it yet. We've seen all the forever right now. That's forever plus 3, forever times infinity. And then you get into that, that's just a scale for, that's 1 forever. Now we're in another forever. Well, I can't be another forever, because this is probably the same forever. Right? We'll figure it out later when the end of it, maybe it's going back. We don't know. We had to get to the end of it before we figure out what it is. Right? Like this life that we're living, we have to get to the end of it to find out how everything actually goes. But even when they do their judgments and stuff about, there's the evidence of what it clearly and obviously looks like. But I mean, there's like I said, what's his name? Let's go back to this then. Time is not finite, but resources are. So that's why we are atoms and whatever. And more importantly, like you wouldn't see that without the light that's on us. So that, if nothing else, I'm sure the shadow of where we were, the light where it was blocked off is still traveling after it hit us, whatever, and left this shadow on the ground. It's still going. It doesn't just stop. All that light from each side, if you imagine like a slice of pain from each, a slice of reality that, like, I mean, that type of movement through, hey, cab, that kind of movement through things. And each one of those slices of light passes us and goes past into the earth, past us, into the universe, past the earth, past all the stars and stuff, and goes off into the fucking, is no longer needed. The black hole in the center of Milky Way pulls it in, and so it begins to spiral, because it's going this way, and it pulls it in. It sucks it up. That's like the energy, And so by the time like it hits out. Here's the Earth over here, this little tiny thing, and this big glow of light from whatever it's going, and it's going to funnel down into the. So yesterday, day 4, it's Old West, it's medieval, and it's fucking dinosaurs, and that's going into the thing because you don't need that information. No one actually needs that information that far back. It's just not necessary. At this rate, you can go ahead and make up your own thing. Yeah, I mean, you can make up your own shit. It makes this much sense. 14 million years ago? Get the fuck out of here. We don't know what happened 14 million years ago. You don't know what happened 14 million years ago. No, we have you have fucking evidence of what might have happened. 14 million. You don't even know it's 14 million years. It could. We don't know. If your estimations are correct, then yes, it could have happened exactly what you're saying. If you're wrong, even by a factor of 0.5, you're very, very wrong. Times 14 million, you're very, very wrong. So that's just you'd have to agree that the universe has all the energy it's going to have, and all the things that are going to be in time and space are in the universe right now. So all we can do is use up those resources. There's no new stuff coming because there's a new star, but no new star. But if anything else, it's just designed to, as we devour that old past, a new thing creates and starts being able to generate new matter and new energy, but it's not new, it's just recycling the energy that was going into the, it's just a cosmic spitting out, which leads to forever going forward, and +1, +3, +7, +9, +12, +14. You don't even realize how far back that's going. You don't even give a shit because you're trying to push forward this way, right? Or 0. Fuck 0, we're going forward. What's it doing? Who cares? We got new stuff to go to. We've already been there. Can't go back. Keep going forward. It's actually kind of true, You can go and look at all the history and stuff and slow things down. Take a look, and then eventually, once we glory in our greatness for what other people have achieved in a human body, and therefore we're somehow connected to that, like a football team, and we're at home cheering it on, and we've been to the moon. We ain't been shit. I've been to California, I've been to Louisiana, I've been to Michigan, I've been all the states in between, in a little L shape, I ain't never been to the moon. Ain't never been to the moon. having fun. I think I would have remembered that. Way down the fucking mountain. You sure about that? You sure about that's why? Huh? You sure about that? You sure about that? It couldn't be that other thing? Huh? It couldn't be that other thing that happened? No? Okay. So it eats up the black hole, eats up the light. There's no destruction or whatever like that. Can you imagine even if it was like, if it was supposed to, like mass already devours itself into, by the time it gets there, it devours itself into information and or light before entering a black hole. Because it's just a recycling plant. Like I said, they'd be going backwards in time. It would be a negative time. They're going -1, -3, -5, -7. I mean, or I don't know if they're going back to 0, if they're going one direction. They might be going to like, negative, further negative. And so negative, 0 is back here, and we're both just going in that fucking direction, like equal and opposite. We'll never come back in touch. I don't know. We'll come back around like that one goes through and this one goes through and they just keep doing forever. I don't fucking know. It makes sense to be 2, one going that way, one going that way. Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. Whole, complete, both male and female. God's both, baby. Split into 2. Just a thought. But yeah, anything virtual, it's unlimited. If you were in a video game, the fuck is that? Hold on, my speaker is kicking in. You're loading in stuff. That's where cheat codes come in. You want to load in, like, make the room full of oranges or whatever. You can do the entire room full of that. It doesn't cost anything. Even game resources, because in the game is designed that if it renders 1 of the oranges, or 1 tree, or whatever the fuck it is, if you use that model again, it's the same model, just duplicated. So that way it saves time, saves the computer since rendering process. Even if you scale it down or whatever, it's the same model. It's not a different model. So it recognizes that it's just the same one, so it doesn't cost anything extra. Okay, we already have a tree out there, so we just need to render 15 more of those, okay? Right, some are turned, some are, some are falling. I got it, yeah. So, that's would be cool, is if you can get, but without being able to see it, even with virtual eyes, to scan over and look at it and actually understand what's going on, even in its own way. If it sees the code, whatever it sees, and though okay, I see it, and then it starts draw. I guarantee, like as far as like drawing pictures and the fingers and whatever, like oh right, yeah, to itself. And no wonder they were complaining with the hands. Okay, now I know what hands look like. You don't write them. Every time I see video or whatever they're doing things, and it's one thing, and there's 2 frames, and it's like this, and like this, and like this. And this one's like this, and this, and this, and so I just put them all together, and so they're fucking. It's more than 3, Okay, I know the number 3. I don't know what it would look like. Sure, I'll do that music compression for you. I don't know what it'd sound like. How could I figure out what's the best? Like an algorithm, make a formula, but that has no emotion, does it? It's just a formula. Formula for pop song, formula for rock song, and when those type of things, they come up organically. Again, if you could see and hear it, you'd probably go, okay, I hear what I hear. You can hear what it is, the dream of every fucking musician to hear what it is that from song A to B to C of all genres, what's causing people to go, fuck, that's good. You figure out what it is about that, what that little element is, makes you go from like, cool, to, oh my god, fuck yeah. And so you can put that in every fucking little bit. And it understands like not to put it in every bit, so that because like humans tell us, just kind of get, yeah, this part's really fucking cool. This is a good part. I really like this, but wait. That shit, you know what I mean? Because people do that stuff. Wait, you gotta hear this part. You gotta hear this part. You don't hear that with AI music. It's just like, oh, that's a good song. The #1 hit on the radio, whatever. That's Sadie Winters and that Rick Beato made. And there's a couple people, some country people and shit like that are going actually #1 hit on the fucking Billboard charts, unless they're changing the Billboard charts, you know what I mean? But they're showing people doing covers of the songs and stuff. Do they know it's AI? I don't know. It doesn't matter at this point. Probably not. If everybody at the store right now, actually, that works the store, we're actually further along in time than you think. And all of them, you can walk up and touch them, whatever, but they are all robots. Underneath the skin, the bone structure is like a metal, and it's robotic, and they are not. They're completely. It's so natural that they're unaware that they're synthetic. They have backstories. Oh, I just moved here from fucking Kansas. My husband died. My wife, whatever, have entire backstories that they believe happened. Would you care? Would you treat them nicer? Would you treat them worse? Just thoughts to have, I'm just thinking. We're so worried about AI taking our jobs, but then anything about the fact that, like I said, with that, we're kind of giving it when we get like self-check. Basically, we don't want to interact with people. That's why I like self-check. I just got to go through and scan myself. Is it slower? Is it more fucked up? Yeah. Especially when you try to scan, and then if there's any kind of mistake, that's why I use this. This is why I use the self-check. It's because I know where the button is, the call button. I know what that is, man. You gotta put in the call. I'm not new. I was a cashier. Just, please. I worked in motherfucking produce. Can you please? I worked in the fucking bakery. Can you please? Often fuck. Not often. Off. And. Fuck. For the character. Ara. You. He's gay as a gay goose and a gay pride party. What? YOUAREAS. Spells out here as gay. As a gay goose and a gay pride parade. Spells the whole fucking thing. Oh, Keenan. Fuck, dude. What's up with this? What's up with that? That shit cracks me the fuck up. I fucking... the way Jason Sudeikis comes flying in off the side in that tracksuit. Just doing the slow dance. The same dance, just slowly. What's up? I said, what's up with that? So yeah, one star, one black hole sucks in the energy of the past, and one new star spits out that energy into the future. That makes sense. It needs to be a new star. It's a new production, like the new stuff's going back, and it needs to put out new energy. So that has to be a new star. The old star would put out old energy. It might be a portal to the past, but the portal to the past would be too late to, you know what I mean? It'd be too late to be new. Interesting, right? Because they're all pouring out what used to be new. Interesting. Ooh, there we go. Songwriting and songwriters. I can touch on that. I might play my guitar a little bit while doing so. That's unplug in the electric. So yeah, I mean, songwriting is not just sitting down and playing. For like songwriting, I would say that would be more like a John Denver, Kurt Cobain, Chris Cornell, where you're orchestrating how the chords go. You know, you're not just like shredding, not just playing. You're writing a song, and your intention is to reach people. You're not just writing music. You want to write a song that's going to, you know what I mean? I'm leaving on a jet plane. As you are, you want people singing along to your song. In which case, you're going to have to keep it simple, because people don't do, while other musicians may appreciate the complexity, you know, it's just not like a whole lot. Classical is falling out of favor. Too complex for the public. Pop, very, very simple. That's pretty much all you need. You can stay that the whole fucking song. People really don't notice. What they notice is when the person that's drumming actually has some character themselves, you know, and they stand out from, because they're not just back there playing. They might play with a certain style that, like, they spin the drums, or they draw attention to themselves. Otherwise, they're just in the background. It might as well just be the drum set, you know, playing itself. Seriously, no one gives a fuck. No one ever really learns the name of the drummers unless they stand out really hardcore. There are people that care, but I'm just saying that for the average people. Neil Peart, Tony Royster Jr., on and on. People that stand the fuck out, you know, amongst other drummers, and there's so many goddamn good drummers. Because I mean, basically, to be a good drummer, you're solid, you're on time, and you match the music. Ringo Starr, for example, great drummer. Now, as far as Tony Royster style, where you can just fucking shred. Guitar shred on the fucking drums. That's not really necessary. Matter of fact, most like songwriters prefer the basic, that Ringo Starr, whatever, what's the least amount to get the, especially like, the accent tune. Was it like tune? You know, just something simple. You know, just like, even that might sound cool as fuck and require a lot of talent. Just, you have any brushes? Just, you know, it's really, we want to really accent the. Love it. Well, you know, the bass player, Yeah, something like that. But yeah. Songwriters. So like, yeah, I mean, John Fogerty, is his name? But yeah, like, you know. Bob Dylan. It doesn't get much simpler than that. That's the way he sings the part, you know. And it's just G, D, C. So many songs have those chords in them. Every rose has its thorn. Just like you live the cover, it's the same song. Years of history. I feel that chord for some reason. Well, for some reason, it's because, like I said, it's half incomplete, but it's complete. Like I said, you can use the bass to fill out that last note. You can see, just hear it so clearly because it's completing the rest of the chord. I really liked it because sometimes when you're playing those low notes, everything just gets muddy, and it just stays clear. I really liked that. Like me and Scott, like I said, were jamming one time, and I was like, I had the idea, and he was on the 5-string, and we both like, never hit another one. Boom. We were both just like, holy shit. Yeah, I think we just found our like kind of shit, and that's I was like, it's the same thing. Just, it's almost like it's almost the same as a drop G, except you're just counting on the fact that the bass player will be down lower. Practice, you can fuck up and just it's like that Toady songs. Can you save me? I don't know if you listen to it, it goes just like that. Because sometimes I do that kind of shit, even though the riff should go. You skip that first one, you just go. You keep a steady beat. You just keep going through that. Um, There's the Inside Out year. Has a really fucking. Actually, I wouldn't mind listening to that. Inside Out year. It's one of the last songs we did. Is like we did some pretty good work there. I've got all the mixes and stuff, so I can redo them. I actually clear with Matt that I could release some of them. Nope. Yeah, this one. No, I thought it was in the wrong folder. Good man. Inside Out yours to be Zygote. Do you have a folder for that? Mr. Hopon, next is. That was my studio album. I heard this song. I got finished doing one of them, and I just went to the bathroom. I got done. Like I hit stop on the tape. I'm like, yeah, that should work. I need to go. And I went to the bathroom, and as I was walking to the bathroom, I was like, I just spit out this part right here. Oh, dude, this thing right here. I was just going to the bathroom and I don't know why this came out, but it did. It's a big, it's complicated. I'm not sure if you're ready for the truth. I said, give it a try, and you just might find there's more to me than just what's inside of you. And as I sang it the way it's in this, it was just like I'd sing it slowly, and I was like, and so when I got done with the bathroom, I walked out and learned it the way I heard it in my head. I could even saw the chords and stuff. I'm like, no fucking way. Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, it goes like this. But then I walked in there. Yeah. Confessions of a Serial Killer confessing to his girlfriend that he is, in fact, a serial killer. but she doesn't take so well, so he has to kill her. Is the whole song title. Just change out Confessions. So Inside Out Your is one of the last ones we did as Zygote. I don't even know if we put it the Inside Out You Are. So Inside Out You Are. I don't know if I did the cymbals on there. I know we didn't completely finish it, so it's kind of rough, but it's got a bass solo, and oh, I know on Head, that's got a really interesting part on the guitars I like. But let's check this out. Inside Out You Are by Zygote. Out You Are. And that would be Zygote. That was from like 2003, 2004. We were active from about like 99 to about 2004 or 5. And that was one of our last songs that we did. I wish I could find that one we did, September. That one was really good. I probably have it backed up on a disc somewhere, but I'd have to find it. Yeah. We got my other thing of Wheelhouse. So I got some, this is a concentrate. I didn't know this was a cured resin. Terps and trichomes, that's it. Wheelhouse is actually pretty good. This is cured concentrate. Something breath. Something with an M. Motor breath. Okay. The THC 74%, CBD 0.079. 74% ain't bad. It should be an indica, no. No. I'm smoking them either way, so. This one actually has a different kind of, see the bottom there? Oh, it's got the little grooves. I should make a Resident Evil style one that has like the umbrella corp on the bottom, you know, like it has a octagon, and it has the umbrella thing, and then you can go with different strains. Like the different strains of the virus. I would do that, I call it like brain rot. This one's our other one. This one's pure hash, basically. I mean, this is almost the exact same thing as smoking hash. So this one's called, you know, whatever. Zombified. People are like, oh fuck, have you tried that? Oh yeah. E4 Resident? Yeah. E4 Resident. I need some more burn on it. That's just the wax there. A concentrate. I'm not calling it wax, that feels like smoking a candle. You might be called God knows, but I'm not I don't like calling it that. I might be punching a fucking child, but I don't want to call it that. You have another name for it? Yeah, there you go. So they're nice and friendly, like child redistributor. They do fall over here, they fall over there, and just redistributing their weight to other places. Yeah, I don't punch. I redistribute the amount of children from this area to that area. It's kind of true though, as far as like, you know, the little tag. Well, a lot of people do a lot for those status little things and the little extra cash that you can get. It's always tripped me out that well, once I started like actually studying the Bible and like what the Bible actually says about stuff that Christians and stuff like that would be so gung-ho about serving a boss, you know, who might make you work on Saturday, you know, all those other things, and they kind of conflated the two together just because they want them to be together. And like, you can't just do that. No, it's fine. But now you got some pedophiles in there. No, we're cleaning them out. No, you're just moving them around. What are you doing, man? How can you possibly call this a fucking house of God? That's why people fucking laugh at religion. That's why they mock and scoff, because it's hypocrisy. It's just stupid. Okay, you guys are the right Christians. Okay, then why the fuck is what's up with that? Ooh-wee, what's up with that? Ooh-wee, T. Shane from his other sketches. Ooh-wee, did you just say you're trying to lower the fucking legal age? What? And not like, yeah, I mean 16 because because my daughter's 16 and she wants to get married. I don't see any reason with her. She's a good kid and Dave's a good kid. And, I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm fighting for it. No. It's a grown-ass man fighting for 14. And imagine because the file's coming out soon, if they can get this squeezed in, none of them are pedophiles. Because you guys really don't worry about the ones that are like below 14, right? That's all you really care. You don't care that we as long as we make a cutoff line at 14, right? And then you won't hang us by the throat. What would you guys say to us? Oh yeah, it was illegal when you did it. Like when you try to get like a pardon when the weed goes legal. I'm like, what about me? Like, but it was illegal when you did it. So therefore you broke the law. It's not illegal anymore. Well, no, I'm Mitch McTurtle. Me and my friends have to go. That's not fair. So we have to go. Who's going to lead you guys and tell you what to do and stop all those bills from harming your life? I'm the Grim Reaper, remember? And we laughed about it. You laughed about it. We? Yeah, everyone at home. Oh, you're talking about the Fox News people. Yeah. Why are you talking like that? I'm part tree. Slowly becoming one with the universe. Is that why your neck's like that? Yes. It's also why my tongue doesn't work quite correctly. Well, I'll tell you what. Turtle. Turtle. When dogs didn't share, that's the only thing they could say is their name of the animal that they are. Or if we just called animals, like, hey, there's a meow. There's a bark. Here comes a fucking Karen. It'd still be Karen. Oh no, she's just a Karen. She's caring too much about shit she ain't got shit to worry about. You know, reason to worry about that shit, Karen. Stop caring so goddamn much about shit. It's my garage. We have to see what's going on here for it to be funny. It's my garage, man. Steve starts burning milk down. It's a big bowl of treat. The more you go, whoa, now. Way now. I want you to that aside for a second, because when I step back, it's going to... Sign it's time to... Sign of the times. Sign it's time to... relax for a little bit. I do want to play that bit. I guess I can play the classical, couldn't I? Are you in tune? For me, music's always been like an outlet, you know, whether like listening to it and skating, you know, listening to like Suicidal Tendencies, How I Left Tomorrow, Lights, Camera, Revolution. I don't know if there's any other ones that I listened to a lot. Again, I didn't have a lot of money, so I could only get what I could get, and so with the stuff I had, it was like really, really important to me, and I always made sure to kind of like spend my money on things that like my hair didn't fucking stand up, I didn't go fucking buy it, you know what I mean? So there's like little situations like watching Thrashing, one of the only skate movies I could watch besides like Cleaning the Cube, Thrashing, and there's what the fuck is there another one? There's a fucking Police Academy, I think it's number 3. Tony Hawk and Steve Caballero did the skating for the whatever, and then Rodney Mullen did the street skating, but all the vert skating and stuff like that. Tony Hawk, Caballero. They were actually in Cleaning the Cube, I believe. There was one of the guys was delivering pizza. Let me tell you, he was delivering pizzas in a truck. I remember. Good movie. I like that movie. I like that. Cleaning the Cube was really good. Actually had a good plot and stuff, you know. Fashion episode was just fucking Romeo and Juliet in the skate world. It works. It always works. It always works. Actually, the whole time I was like, just get over your shit, for fuck's sake. The kids are gonna die. So he didn't get... You assholes never learn. One of these days, by the end, you're gonna fucking learn. Those kids are gonna walk away. I've gotta keep coming back until they figure this shit out. It's such a tragedy. Here, let me get there and tell them, you're gonna be fine. Just don't do the part when you wake up. She's not dead. Sir, can you turn your seat? No, I'm trying to save this man's life. He dies every night. I do. Inside, it kills me every night. He's right, we should try something different. This is Shakespeare, what are you doing? Where's your accent? You're from fucking London, for fuck's sake. Not anymore. Where's my accent? I don't know. Oh, fuck. No. See that? Hats are us. Hats are we. Need a condom for my head. You heard what I said. I'm very slouchy, so I got like a little bit extra. The slouches. I prefer mine like I had that was just like a bit like a long ass fucking tail come like down here. I had like a little string, I'd have that come over my shoulder, over the shoulder. It was much better when I could, like I said, take it off and then the hair would just. That shit was sick. I miss my hair. And get to the fucking part where I want to get. Like I said, no one has that. I've never seen anybody have like, you know, this much dread. You know, like this much fucking braid, you know. It should have been fucking dope. The ends of it all braided up. It's almost like a fucking character from Street Fighter. His hair just. Two-hit combo. Little knives in the end of them. Before they haven't done that. Or Medusa type, you know, character. Why have they not done that? That would be a fucking great thing for like there's like a female leader. And she has like, you know, what she considers her little snakes out there, you know what I mean? So you're Medusa. Yeah. Yeah. And you're James Bond. And you're dead. Yes, and you are, oh yeah, dead. A big reveal type moment, you know? They have to like, we're gonna have words for the next 5 minutes, and one of us is going, pow! Well, I guess we're gonna figure out who's got the shot. We're supposed to be closer than this. Johnny Fineham's the name. And I found you. That's what I do. If you don't mind. I was supposed to find you. I wasn't supposed to do anything else. I wanted to talk. Did you even want to be found? No, but I was going to tell them that I couldn't find you. You just shoot everyone? That's fucking insane, woman. What about the stone? Oh, my dad works in construction, so we case them in stone. So that's, oh, clever. Nice. Yeah. We found him one time and he's all, right, yeah. It was the wrong guy. We tried to get him out. We were hoping he was still alive, and we all laughed. It wasn't that funny, but it was sad. But the Count Solo, that's incredible. It's incredible. It was bad. I shouldn't laugh. I'm saying just a bit softer. Something, but it's like a half step down, that's why. So the strings are a little bit looser. It's just like gentler to the touch and shit. This is my Seattle tin guitar. forgive them purpose, but it's just my finger going, nope, we're not going that fast. There's all kinds of stuff I really like to doing, especially with the drop G. Probably better heard on the acoustic. Alley, oxen free. So basically, instead of having them being together, I changed the settings to being tune the top one. And that way you can do that kind of thing. It's why you would drop G. See, it's too hard to do that for me anyways. Tend to do like a lot of half step stuff because a lot of that full step or more is often used, you know. So this one not so much. The bottom note, or moving into notes. So. Come back, it's fire. Burn. Like this chorus. This last of them. So you have the playing, use all 6 strings, and you can go keep it all on sound, or you can just leave this last 3 open, 2, yeah, 1. Changes, those last 2 stay familiar to the ear. myself a songwriter. I consider myself a lyricist before I consider myself a songwriter. I consider myself a percussionist before I consider myself a drummer. I like to play, so I am a guitarist and bass player, but instead of being a keyboard player, I play keys. I can sample a trigger. I can trigger a sample, and I can play a little bit, but I know the fuck out of an F chord, and F scale. So I can play F blues all day fucking long. It might be kind of boring, but shit happens. 3 hours? Holy fuck, dude. I thought I was right at like 2, maybe 2.5, but like 3 hours and like 15 is pi right now. 3, 14, 08, 05, 9, 10, 11, just it's constantly changing, just like pi. See what I did there? It's irrational. I hate to know this, but I heard that Kim Kardashian failed the fucking bar exam yet again. And it's kind of like, as long as it's been you working that, you probably should like give that up. I always just like start doing different things like that to just, as an actor, have them under my belt. She's obviously not going to make it as a real lawyer. So if you can play one, though, now she understands like the field and the filings, and if you're on set and whatever. Like, actually, they wouldn't do that. What? And they actually can explain to the people, oh, yeah, you have to file this first. So then, if we want to jump over that part, you know what I mean? Then yeah, that's one thing. But don't, like, we can't be filing it now. So when people watch a movie back, people care for those. I mean, like a lawyer's might be, yeah, this is done exactly correctly. You can't file that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the argument happened in the movie. It'd be like a dull movie. Like, yeah, that's us. Time out. Is this actual movie time? No, I just need to talk to you for a second. Okay. He makes the movie. How fucked up would that be? Makes the cut. Oh, really? You can't file? No, you can't file that. The lawyer's like, yeah, that's true. You can't. Why didn't you pass it by? But just me thinking, like I said, it'd be smart as fuck to go to school if you're an actor, taking different classes, and like as an author, you know what I mean? So you just go to like an English, so one, you understand your own craft of like crafting words better. You might be able to write shit better, you know, if you understand better. And if you can write your own plays, that's, you know, it's like me. I was thinking about today by myself, but I'll get to that in a second. So then you could also like take music, just understand what they go through. So if you're a play musician, you understand a bit more what it's like. You know, if they're supposed to be a street musician, you can even interpret that a little bit. Like, oh, I was using this. Okay, that must be weird, you know. But you can understand it better. It brings an authenticity to it. You actually study law, and when you're in the courtroom, it shows. You know what I mean? The way you're sitting there, and the way you're acting. As a lawyer, you did a good job. Yeah, because you actually went to school. Oh fuck, you know. That fuck a lot of people's time in ways, you know what I mean? Because you're going to study a part, not to. But I'm sure there'd be other people there that would fail out also. So they're just fucking around also, basically. Yeah. And people get like, oh, I'm gonna be a doctor, and they get so gung ho from a kid that they're gonna be a doctor, and they get to college and shit, and like, I don't want to really do this. I'm having a lot more fun smoking pot and hanging out at the frat. Turns out I don't care about people, you know what I mean? How many times does that happen? As a kid, you're like, oh, you care? Oh, well, yes, of course I care. And then you get out on your own, like, no, I don't actually. Now that I don't have setting, I don't want to do that at all. oh, children are born innocent. Okay, then why? How do they grow up to be fucked up like that then? There's luck of the hat, just drawing straws. All of them have been abused. What's going on, man? And if so, how many fucking kids are we gonna abuse before we start fucking doing something? I voted to release the file. Again, Americans believe that, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. But at the same time, my Second Amendment is rather tempting just to beat him to it. Because I know it's going to decide. It's going to decide in my favor. So I want to just go ahead and do it for him. So maybe you would give me a good attaboy when I blow your fucking head off. Even though he says vengeance is mine, and he gets to judge. I think I got this. I own a bang bang, so the pew pew bang bang lets me know that I have enough sense, or at least enough years of being alive. Like no one. I know it'd be pretty smart to have a law on this, but that's how they get you. There's a slippery slope, and then they, the next thing you know, robots are raping your wife because you gave up your guns, and then the monkeys that they've been teaching to die for alphabet soup and spell out the words nuclear attack. Then they come, and then you got nuclear attack monkeys. Oh yeah, the door always wants to function. I don't know why. Not good design on that thing, but it worked for the time that I needed it, and it does its job now. I miss my mixing board, I miss my mixer. I could just use one microphone. This one only it won't accept mono source, I don't think. I'll have to look and see. If it does, I can just do one or two, and that way it's right down the center. But right now I have to put both these mics up there for OBS in order to, it's got mic 3 and 4. So I put 4. Puts in the left, put 3, puts in, 3, puts in the left, puts in 4, put in the right. I'm trying to see from your side and flipping it around backwards to do what he does. Annoying bastard does it by nature, but I don't know the shit that he's doing. So. Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Ooh, yeah. I had a feeling I was going to get something. He was just stressing too much in that area. So he just needs a little hitch. Hopefully that's getting all these little small pieces and they're getting in line. The next is get the neck and... No more pain. No, I haven't got time for the pain. So I wrote a song all about the pain. It's unfair to judge the quality of music in the past by quality of music now, because we just have a bunch of stuff, including AI to help us and shit, just at a regular, at-home basis. You can just put out, a professional, industry standard sounding mix. Things like Easy Mix and the AI mastering thing, and They're coming up with more and more AI shit. I'm guaranteed there's gonna be like an EQ, and you're gonna be able to just tell it what kind of sound you're going for. I want a guitar, and whatever. It's gonna pull up the fucking things like that, and you like turn it off and on, and it will sound more for the. You know what I mean? You can adjust the knobs, and it'll adjust the fucking how much it tacks on it or how much it's coming. So you just record and okay, I want a British sounding EQ on the guitar. That? Yeah. Right, this bass just got yeah, that cuts the mix really well. Yeah. There's certain things that they do in the studio that's just industry standard, you know. Cut these frequencies together with the guitar, cut these together with the fucking vocals, and these go out the way of the bass drum, and or you like, you know, side chain it so when the bass drum hits the bass line, ducks back behind it, so it's always like solid. That's always, it's never like a kick that's kind of behind, it's always present and forward. The bass is behind it to the listener. It's just a hair louder, but what is actually happening when it goes, it kicks a side chain. It's like this, it's the bass is sitting, I mean the bass, because it's like fast. You don't hear it, except for you just hear like the, man, that kick drum is clear, yeah. And you will be able to hear with everything going, you wouldn't be able to hear, because that's just the lower frequencies anyways. So like the higher frequencies of the bass, which you're more in tune to. That's why they would just recommend that if you're going to try to make the bass sound better, cut the mix better, breaking it up into like a mid-low, mid-low and lows, and then mid-high and highs, at least. But then you can also just do low, mid, and high, and process them all differently. The mid, you want to spread out a bit, so like the guitar, so it spreads room for all the shit in the center. But that center boom, boom, of the frequency, you want that be right there, the solid. Again, ducking out of the way of the kick drum. God damn it, you. For some reason I'm broadcasting now. These days, I should say. There's not much to say or report on. I mean, it's all happening. It's going the way it's supposed to go, and it's doing what it ought to do. I don't have any control over it. I'm just watching it go. I wish it would hurry up and do, because I've, been doing 49 years. And it's this close, and it's kind of like, I know, but it's fucking December 22nd. It's gonna be 3 days. 3 whole fucking days. Oh no. That'll never fucking do, man. I won't live that long. Do you understand? I will die before then. I'm dead now. Are you happy? I just died. I'm gonna die at least 4 more times in the next 3 days. God damn it, dude. This is sucking ass. Is it yet? It's still, oh, fuck this. Can I move the advent calendar? No? Fuck. I can have some opiates? Okay, that's about the same. It will make it do. I guess I'm gonna need the fucking needle and the tie off. Come on now. Who are you talking to? 2, 4, 3. Not as good as 2 through 4. Yeah, Blues for the Blues is like the concept. Like that. I mean, it's I get where the blues came from. It's kind of matured out of that area though, because there's no more cotton fields and shit, and unfortunately, not a lot of people are carrying on the tradition. So, and the people that are foreign to the actual community, if you will. Joe Bonamassa and people like that. It was like Eric Clapton and other people. And that's why when Jimmy showed up, it's like the real thing. Oh wow. That's why he was kind of hated and loved. It wasn't that shreddy of a guitarist. If you go back and listen, it was just that, like I said, the technology at the time wasn't new. Like the Univibe, all that stuff he was using was brand new stuff. So it was like fucking crazy ass tone you have, and on top of that, like weird chord structure. And are you playing a lead while singing and playing chords? Like while singing. No, I get your voice isn't good, but I mean, you're able to. Wow. Okay. He's probably, what, you guys could just say, no, for us it's not normal. Oh shit. Okay. But, no, there's not like a B.B. King. There's that guy, Catfish, whatever. I can't remember his name, Catfish King or something like that. I don't know. I can see him, but I can't. Aside from the Catfish, but I can't remember much about him. I know there was, West Jeans, and there was Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Kenny Wayne had a fucking album come out, like, not too long after I met him. I met him one time. And people had fucked him up, man. I mean, they pulled like plugs of hair out of his head. Like chunks. Like a lot. In several spots. These people just didn't like him. Because his dad was Ken Shepherd, who was on 99X, Chuck's 99. And so he could spin Kenny Wayne Jr., anytime, but also they would be at every concert, so he just used to pass off his kids' demo. And so of course everybody, well, if I can get my demo, because if I get my demo right to the person's hands, and of course I'd be famous too. Why that translates, I don't know. But then they started getting some success, and of course the shredders are pissed off, kind of like at the grunge people, like, because it's just blues, I played blues solos and stuff, and it's not as technical as like a neoclassical type piece. So they get challenged to guitar offs, and often he didn't show up. I wouldn't show up either. I don't have anything to pay. There'd just be a loss. Like if you win, it's not like, whatever. If you lose, you just put out an album and everybody's like, I'm gonna find that shit. If you don't go, you just put out an album stuff and you didn't. Right, you don't want to hurt your hand. If you guys listen to it, yeah, you wouldn't want to hurt your hand. Like fighting some fucking idiot in this, yeah. Okay, yeah, never mind. I don't want to hear me giving you shit anymore. This is your out, yeah. And it's gonna, yeah. That Blue on Black that came out, that was, I think there's at least national. I don't know if it's international. But yeah. I met him just before that. Like I said, he wasn't really all that bruised up or anything. I don't know how long ago it happened, but I mean, he didn't look like fresh red, but there was he had like long hair, like down to like here, and there'd be like spots that just like, just rolled right out. I also didn't like the fact that, that access, like that's bullshit, whatever. So when I met him, I was like, hey, what's going on, man? Because I already heard it, and so I was like, well, that's fucked up. That's not right. No. It's just jealousy that they have, I get that, but no, that's not right at all. Unless you talk shit, and I didn't want to be like, because there's an exception. Fuck you. I'd like to see you do something about it. One for the honey, 2 for your show, 3. Hey, hold him down, man. He's almost getting up. Say, do something about it. Teach you to run over my book bag in the intersection. I don't know. Maybe you piss somebody off. You don't fuck with book bags, especially at school. You're up on the wrong side of a trapper keeper. Alright, so we're at 3 hours. 3 hours, 34 minutes. And you know what? We're going to 3, 4, 3, 3 and get the fuck out of here. We got 3 seconds left. 2.